Good morning again, hi. I'm Waziel Tamarano.
And I'm Caroline Sewell.
This week, we'll take a look at the dedication of the library and patio, chess champion Jacob Lee, and the AHS football team.
Live from the Hive, this is AHS News.
Aiken High is dedicating the patio outside of the library to former teacher Patty Willing.
Here's Miss Zeller with a behind-the-scenes look on what it was like putting together the patio dedication.
Aiken High has encountered a major loss to the school that is very heartbreaking and shocking. Our beloved Miss Patty Williams has passed away.
Miss Sandy Zeller was in charge of putting together the patio dedication for Miss Willing.
Actually, it was enlightening and rewarding at the same time, because since I personally did not know Miss Willing, this gave me a chance to know her. And I've received quotes from some of her former students. I've received yes, I will be here at the ceremony today, from her coworkers, from the parent that donated the furniture to us, received some quotes from her. And so now I actually feel like I know Miss Willing and her love for the classroom, her love for her students. I'm so happy I got to be a part of this. Well, my understanding is it's been kind of quiet for the last couple of years. And Mrs. Bradley and I, my coworker here in the Media Center, she and I really want it to be a place where students can come, can eat lunch together, can visit, have an opportunity to work on homework together, whatever they need. It's just get some fresh air, get a break from outside. So we want students to use it. And the nice thing is we also have teachers. Especially with this beautiful weather, we have teachers that go out there and just sit in the rocking chairs that have been donated and start reading. Well, just having the area unto itself, we thought was great. And now there's a plaque out there with Miss Willing's name on it. And so we're hoping that as students go out, they will be able to see her name, ask, oh, who was she, for generations to come? You know, what was this woman? And we can pass down some of the remarkable things. She was definitely someone that her fellow students saw her as, and these are quotes, magical, that everyone felt like they were equal in her classroom, that she made English and reading so much fun, which is sometimes very difficult with students. And to have that kind of impact, hopefully we can pass that on, since we are the media specialists and have thousands upon thousands of books in here. We can inspire some kids to continue what she started.
Miss Patty was an English teacher that worked at our school, Aiken High, for many years teaching children. Miss Patty was a really good teacher. Some children even said she was the reason why they started liking English and participating in classes more. Miss Patty made a huge impact in our school, and for that, we put Miss Patty's name on a plaque in the library outside the wall of the patio. People were even nice enough to donate chairs for the patio in memory of our lost teacher. This patio that has been made for Miss Patty for memory, but is welcome to any and every student, and we would like for you guys to come and sit whenever you get the time. It's a free space that you can come and relax yourself. This has been Angel Page and Kendall Powell with AHS News.
Recently, Aiken High established a chess club.
The recent chess champion, Jacob Lee, tells us more about his club and the success.
Aiken High School has recently begun a chess club for those interested in learning the game of chess.
I got into chess just this summer, like lots of people watching Queen's Gambit. And so I had played as a kid, like lots of people have played maybe once or twice, really haven't played seriously before. And so I started playing this summer and had a lot of fun with it and thought it would be fun to do that here. I also did learn early that there were some students that liked chess.
The AHS Chess Club just had a competition, and 11th grader Jacob Lee won.
It was good. I played Mr. Swearingen for the last match, and I've lost to him most of the time, so winning was nice. Yeah, it's just something that I do for fun.
While Jacob is good at chess, he is also helpful to those around him.
He's also very thoughtful and he's very helpful. I mean, he, of all the players in the club, is the one who, helps me think through things so that I can try and get better.
Here is some insight on how the chess club members began to play chess.
It's because my friends were doing it, maybe since like elementary school, but not consistently.
And I just started this summer, whenever Queen's Gambit came out, maybe in the spring, but that's when I started playing.
Chess is a difficult game that involves practice and tricks.
I don't know if there's a technique specifically, but I don't know. There are some tricks, but like you don't tell people about them because you want to be able to use them.
The piece movement is a little complicated, and then planning it out is still more complicated. So I would say it doesn't have to be difficult, but if you want to get better at it, you really have to learn how the pieces work together and support each other.
The chess club is open to all students, even if you have no experience in the game.
Well, I hope people will feel welcome to come to the chess club. We meet on Thursdays after school at 3:30. So don't worry about being good at it or having played before. We can teach you the rules, and you can play to whatever level you want to reach.
This has been Lily Judd with the AHS News.
After many years, Aiken High's varsity football team made it to the playoffs.
We may not have made it to state, but let's celebrate their achievements this season and get an inside look at how they're prepared for next year.
Yes, I'm very proud. First season here, had a little off season, COVID hit, and we only had like 4 games. Second season, went to the second round of the playoffs. Proud of that.
It's been many years since AHS has made it to the playoffs. The team has worked very hard to get to this point.
For so long ago, we haven't made the playoffs since 2015. We haven't been past the first round since 2006. So of course, this is nothing but progress. So yes, I am excited. Well, next season, I'm looking for us to have another good run, going deeper, more guys coming out, more guys buying into what we're trying to do. So the biggest thing is, like I said, building a bigger culture and having more people come out and support the team.
Definitely. We made it a lot farther than I really thought we could ever make it.
So just to see these guys finally get experience of the playoffs, it was a great feeling just to see the atmosphere of the community, the school, and all the kids having so much fun because we made the playoffs. Like I said, I want to make sure we get a taste of that every year now.
It was just surreal. Just the atmosphere was so much different than regular season games.
I asked Austin, Braylon, and Coach Page to give me some advice to people thinking about getting into football. Here's what they said.
Just come out and work, come earn a spot. A lot of spots open.
We need more people. We need depth. For us to become a powerhouse program, we definitely need depth. And the last thing is go on and commit to the nest.
Believe in yourself, man. Anything's possible, really. Just let's go. Go Hornets.
Best advice probably just be keep grinding, stay with it, and just work every day to get better.
I'm thankful for my dad and my family and everybody I can call related, I guess.
I'm thankful for my mother and a roof over my head and having food on the table every night.
I am thankful for family, friends, my job, for being alive and good health. Happy Thanksgiving.
Good morning! My name is Caroline, but today you can call me Chef Caroline because we are making mashed potatoes. Except there's a twist. We put the recipe into Google Translate and we translated it to a bunch of different languages, and then we translated it back to English, and we're just gonna see what we got, and we're gonna work with the recipe. So let's get started. Okay, we already got the water boiling for the potatoes. Peel the potatoes. And now that you've skinned your potato and you got your water boiling, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna drown your potatoes. And it should take 16 to 18 minutes, so. Okay, while you've got your potatoes boiling, we can get started on the dressing. You're gonna wanna open your packet of cornbread. Throw the butter, celery. Butter, we got butter. I'm so lost. Okay, now that you've got your potato boiling, we can get started on the dressing recipe. And what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a dish to start off with, and you're gonna wanna get your celery. I got mine pre-diced, or you can dice it your own. It's really up to whatever you like. Oh, spoon can work. I'm not following this recipe. I'm like freestyling over here. Okay. We're rolling up our sleeves because we're gonna mix the butter, and the celery. And also the cornbread. So let's just the ratio of celery to butter to cornbread does not matter. Yeah, just pour that celery in there. Don't forget the butter. A lot of people forget the butter, but not us. Today we're making Bobby Flay proud. Just like slip it on in there and just mix it up. That was not a good idea, guys. Guys, I take it back. Bobby Flay would not be proud of this. Not even a little bit. It's really bad. So this is what we've got so far. Oh, the onion. Oh my gosh, are we gonna cry on camera? I think so. Okay, we're gonna place this aside, and you're gonna get your onion, and you're gonna wanna cut it. Try not to cry. I know it's sad. You're gonna wanna cry, but you have to stay strong, okay? Because this dressing recipe is gonna be so worth it. Do I do it with the spoon? I don't have a knife. Oh my gosh, can I use a potato peeler? This is sharp. Okay, if you do not have a knife, you can freestyle and use a potato peeler because this cornbread, I mean this dressing is gonna be made one way or another, and you're just gonna have to make do. I'm pretty sure Shrek said something about onions having layers, and you can't mess up when it comes to Shrek. Cut into your onion. You've got some onions. Just throw it in there. Throw it in with your cornbread. So you've thrown it in with the rest of your stuffing. Oh, add the eggs. How many eggs? It does say to add some eggs, but it wasn't clear as, oh no! That's fine. If you've already cracked the eggs, just, that's great. You've already got half the job done. Now, what you're gonna wanna do is try not to get any of the shells in, and you're just gonna wanna pour it over. There you go. Now, the recipe says eggs, but it doesn't say how many eggs, so we're just gonna do all three of them. Do some improvisation. And everything will be fine. Bon appetit. Final egg. And it's good to remember the chicken that laid it, because if you don't give credit where credit is due, you have to credit it, okay? Now I know what you're thinking. Caroline, Chef Caroline, how are you such a good cook? And to that I say, I was just born with it and blessed, and it's just a part of me. Okay, now mix the eggs in with the rest of your cornbread and your celery and your onions, and it should look kind of gross, I think. If it looks something like this, you're doing something right. Or something very, very wrong. So it sounds like potatoes are done boiling. I've turned off the stove. You're gonna want to drain your potato from your potato water. So now we've got a nice and boiled potato. Well done. I think we should all give ourselves a round of applause. Okay, now the recipe says to beat the potatoes until smooth. So what you're gonna want to do is you're really just gonna want to punch it a couple times, teach it who's boss, really show who's the potato and who's the cook here. Just really get into it. Just like stab it a couple times, make it all smooth. Improv, if the spoon doesn't work, just give it your all and everything will go good because how can you go wrong when you're positive? I would like to apologize formally on behalf of chefs everywhere because things are not going good. The potatoes did not boil completely, so we can't completely mash them. We do have some mashed potatoes, which is really all that matters. So you're gonna want to take your black pepper. We got some great value. Add however much you want. And maybe you want to add some salt too. Maybe you like your potatoes salty. I know I do. Perfect. And maybe you're feeling kind of fresh and you want to add some lemon and pepper seasoning. Don't be shy, just throw it on in there. Who's stopping you? I'm not. Really just do whatever you want. It's about creative liberty here. And we don't judge anything. If you're into oregano leaves, add that stuff to it. Add it. Perfect. Now that you've added all the seasonings to your mashed potatoes, you're going to want to stir it in. And your mashed potatoes are done. Mmm, so yummy. So good. You're welcome. Okay, now take your dressing. You're going to want to stick it in the oven and just bake it for a little bit. And when it comes out, we'll see where it goes from there. When you're putting the dressing in the oven, it's going to get pretty hot, so make sure you use oven mitts. And if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. Oh my God! Make sure you take the spoon out before you bake it. We would never bake a spoon if you can't bake the spoon. You have to remember to take the spoon out. Okay, now I'm putting it in the oven. Well, I think we all learned something today. What that is, it's up to you whether it was how to make mashed potatoes or how to make dressing, or maybe how not to do those things. I think we all learned a valuable life lesson. If you're doing this along at home, I recommend not doing it actually, because we've created somewhat of a monster in the kitchen. I didn't even think it was possible to mess up mashed potatoes, but you know, all things are possible apparently.
And now for this week's announcement.
'Tis the season for giving and joy, which also means family is coming to town. Tune into our podcast for a gratitude special and for advice on how to have a stress-free holiday.
Any student interested in the Governor's School Science and Math, applications are open. The deadline will be February 15th. Information packets are located in the counseling office.
That's all for this week. Thank you for watching and have a happy Thanksgiving. Go Hornets!